Hey Google, turn on the light.
Okay, turning the light on.
Hey Google, turn off the light.
Okay, turning off the light.
Hey guys, welcome back to Robu. Hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. And today in this video, what we're going to show you is how to make a home automation system using Google Assistant. Stay tuned. So getting straight into it, the way this thing is going to work is by using this thing. This is a Node MCU. You can call it a cheaper alternative to an Arduino. This is very cheap and you can get it on our site. And the main advantage that this has over an Arduino is that this has the ESP8266 board mounted on it. So that means you can directly connect it to your Wi-Fi. And the way this whole project is going to work is through the Wi-Fi itself. That's where this comes into play and it has its advantages. So the first thing that you're going to do is set it up in your Arduino IDE, and here's how you do it. Also, if you haven't downloaded the Arduino IDE yet, the download link for that is also being down in the description. Check it out. So the first thing that we have to do is install the ESP8266 board, that is the Node MCU, in our IDE. For that, you need to open your Arduino IDE first and paste the URL provided below. And what you have to do is go to File, Preferences, and go to Additional Board Manager URL. And you just paste that URL over there. The next thing you have to do is go to Tools, Board Manager, and just type ESP8266. You will find a board of ESP8266 and click on the install option. This is going to take a little bit of time, but yes. And that's it. Now your Node MCU board is installed in an Arduino IDE and we are ready to use it. Now that you have your board installed, the next thing, let's talk about the components that you need for this automation project. And for the sake of this video, I'm just going to show you how to light a light bulb, and you can use this with your fans, light bulbs, everything. But for the sake of this video, I'm just showing you a light bulb. So the first thing that you're going to need is obviously the Node MCU. You need light bulb, a socket holder, some wires, and you also need a relay module. Now the number of channels that you need on the relay module depend on the amount of components that you're going to attach to this Node MCU. But I'm using only one light bulb, so I'm going to use a 1 channel 5 volt relay module. You can use a 2 or 4 channel relay module depending on the components that you're attaching to it. You need a breadboard, some few jumper cables, and I feel that's it. Now the connection diagram for this is something like this. Over here what we're doing is connecting the relay module to the D1 pin of the Node MCU. One end of the bulb will be connected to the common terminal of the relay module, and there'll be another wire that will be going through the NO terminal of the relay module. The next thing you have to do is install an application on a smartphone called Blink, and also its libraries on your computer. The download link for the Blink app on the Play Store and the App Store will be down in the description. Check it out. All the links that we mentioned in this video will be down in the description. Check it out. Everything is provided to you. First thing we'll do is install the library on your Arduino IDE. And after you downloaded it, go to Sketch and include library and add .zip library. After that, just select the Blink library and open it, and it will install automatically. The next thing we'll do is download the Blink app on our smartphone. Once you've downloaded it, sign up with your email ID and just create a new project. What you have to do is just go to Create New Project, click on Create option, and fill the details in the project name, device used, and connection type. Here we're doing a home automation project, and the board that we're using is the Node MCU. What this will do is send an authentication code to your email ID, and that authentication code is very important, so keep that safe. Just go back to your Arduino IDE and go to File, Example, Blink, Board Wi-Fi, and ESP8266 standalone example. Just make the necessary changes into that. Where it says enter your auth token here, just go back to your email ID, copy that auth token and paste it over here. And also you have to add the details of the Wi-Fi that you'll be connecting the Node MCU with, like your home Wi-Fi. Just add the name and the password of the Wi-Fi in these sections. Once your project is created, you have to insert different types of widgets into it. For example, I'll be adding a button in the widget box shown below. After selecting the button, just click on the settings and fill the details like I did over here. And that's it. Once you've uploaded the code, you can switch the bulb on and off through the Blink app on your phone. This tutorial is all about controlling your appliances through the voice command through Google Assistant, so we're going to do that. So yeah. For that, what you have to do is go to the website called IFTTT, that stands for if this then that. Go to the official website of the IFTTT, and what you have to do is sign up with the email ID that you gave to the Blink app, and then you just go to the Create tab and create a few things like so. Once you've signed up with the same email account, the IFTTT will ask you permission to use your Google account to add voice commands to it. which is simply allow by clicking the allow button. What you have to do is just go to the create tab and just click on the add if this button. Just type in Google Assistant in the search box and just click on the Google Assistant option. What you have to do is add a little bit of input as you see on the screen right now. The input here mainly consists of what you will say and what the Google Assistant will say back to you after you've said that command. For instance here, where it asks what do you want to say, you just add turn on the light. If you want another option, you can just say turn the light on. And what do you want the Google Assistant to say? That ends the if this procedure. Now we go ahead to the then that procedure. Once you clicked on the then that option, just type in webhooks and select it. Webhooks will allow us to send commands to the Blink server. Now in the URL section, just type in the URL that is provided in the description below. And where it's written the digital data pin to be updated here, just add the pin that you've connected your bulb or your fan to the Node MCU. Over here we connected it to the D1 pin, so we're gonna add D1. But wait a second, we're not gonna write D1 here because the Blink server thinks that this is sending this data to an Arduino, not a Node MCU. So what we're gonna type is the data pin that corresponds to the Arduino from the Node MCU through this image over here. As you can see that the D1 pin corresponds to the D5 pin of the Arduino. So instead of D1 over there, we're gonna write D5. And just enter your OR token as well over there. In the method tab, you're just gonna select put, and in the content type, you're just gonna select application/JSON. And in the body tab, you're just gonna write 1 because this is gonna help us switch on the bulb. After this, we're going to create another applet, same procedures to turning off the bulb. All you have to do is follow the same procedure, but instead of turning on, just try turning off. And in the webhooks tab, where you add the body as 1 over here when you're switching on, over here, we're just gonna select 0. And that's it. After you've done this, you can switch on your bulbs and fans with the help of Google Assistant like so. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you, leave a like, share it with your friends, let them know how to turn on their bulbs with the help of Google Assistant. Also, comment down below what other type of projects would you want us to make. We've also written an entire blog on this topic. You can check that out in the description as well. All the links that you spoke about in the entire video are provided in the description. Everything is there for you ready. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.